everybody, V here, and today we're going to be talking about a little bit of a different story than my normal topics. And that is because today we will be talking about the rescue of baby Jessica. Now this is a little bit of a different story than my past videos, since it will not be about cryptids, monsters, or aliens, but rather a very real story about the discovery and subsequent rescue of a 1-year-old baby girl who fell into a hidden well on her aunt's property. Jessica McClure Morales was born on March 26, 1986, in Midland, Texas, to teenage parents, mother Reba Sissy McClure, and father Louis Chip McClure. Jessica's father worked in the oil industry and was falling on hard times because of the Texas oil bust of the mid-1980s, at the time that Jessica had her unfortunate accident. On October 14, 1987, the day of Jessica's accident, Jessica was at her Aunt Jamie Moore's house, where her aunt ran a daycare. Baby Jessica was in her aunt's backyard playing with 4 other children under the supervision of her mother, when her mother briefly went into the home to answer the phone, leaving all 5 children alone. A few minutes later, Sissy heard screaming from the backyard. Sissy ran back out to the backyard to find that her daughter was missing from the group of children. After investigating the area, Sissy realized that her 18-month daughter had somehow fallen into an 8-inch diameter hidden well shaft, which she had become lodged into. According to Jessica's aunt, the well hole had been covered with a very large rock to keep the area safe. Somehow the rock had been moved, and that allowed for Jessica to fall into the well shaft. After realizing that her daughter was trapped in this tight hole, Sissy ran back into the house to call the police. The police arrived just 3 minutes later. Baby Jessica was trapped in a well at the depth of 22 feet and a width of only 8 inches. For 58 hours, rescue crews frantically worked at trying to safely free baby Jessica, and while this was transpiring, the whole country watched anxiously as the whole situation played out on television. The rescue mission to save baby Jessica was extremely difficult because of the depth at which she was trapped, as well as the tiny width of the hole. The rescue teams had to use a rat hole rig, which is basically a machine that is used to plant telephone poles into the ground, to help drill a 30-inch wide and 29-foot deep hole parallel to the well in order to work at releasing baby Jessica. After drilling this parallel hole, they began to drill a horizontal shaft about 2 feet below where baby Jessica was trapped. While this was all going on, the rescue workers were pumping oxygen into the well shaft towards the trapped baby girl. They also continued to keep communication lines open with baby Jessica by talking to her and even singing nursery rhymes to her. A detective later commented that, quote, "After listening to her for such a long period of time, we could tell when her moods would switch," unquote. He stated that, quote, "At some points she would be singing, and then when the jackhammer was used, we could hear her start to use a huffly little voice, like she was angry," unquote. The whole ordeal was covered on CNN, which at the time was the only 24 hours news network. Aside from the explosion of the Space Shuttle Challenger, this was the second time that the whole country watched a news story around the clock. And it was stated that night that baby Jessica became the nation's baby. Finally, on October 16, 1987, after 58 hours of tireless work and being trapped without food or water for 3 days, baby Jessica was finally freed from the well shaft. The famous photograph of baby Jessica, cradled in the arms of a paramedic with her head wrapped in white gauze and her whole body caked in mud, was taken by Scott Shaw and became a Pulitzer Prize-winning photograph. Baby Jessica's family received cards, gifts, and flowers from people all over the country, as well as large donations, totaling over hundreds of thousands of dollars, which went into a trust for her. Because of the damage that she sustained from her fall, baby Jessica had to have 15 surgeries over the next few years. Jessica eventually healed, but she now deals with chronic, controllable rheumatoid arthritis, a prominent diagonal scar that streaks across her forehead, and a missing toe on her right foot, which are the only physical signs of the incident that trapped her underground for over 3 days. As Jessica grew up, she forgot all of the details of her ordeal trapped in the well. She did not learn about this incident until she was 5 years old and she was watching the TV show Rescue 911, which recounted the story of the rescue of an 18-month-old baby girl who had fallen into a well shaft. And when she asked her stepmother at the time who the story was about, she learned that the little girl was indeed her. Jessica has since graduated from Greenwood High School, and in 2006 she married Daniel Morales. She now has 2 children, Simon and Sheann, and she's a stay-at-home mom. Well guys, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this story. I was really excited to cover this one because I don't think that it is a very well-known story, and I thought that you guys would enjoy hearing it. Also, in the near future, I'm going to go ahead and start incorporating a mix of murder, true crime, and unsolved mysteries into my videos. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.